Every jet fighter built during the Cold War. F-86 Sabre, 1947. A single-seat swept-wing jet fighter built as an early U.S. air-superiority platform. It used a 35-degree swept wing and a single turbojet to reach transsonic performance. The F-86 conducted interception and escort missions across the early jet era. It had limited range and weaker high-altitude capability compared with later fighters. F-100 Super Sabre, 1953. A single-seat supersonic fighter-bomber that introduced sustained Mach 1 performance to U.S. tactical units. It used a highly swept wing and an afterburning engine for improved speed and climb. The aircraft served in both air-to-air and strike roles before shifting primarily to ground attack missions. Early models had stability issues and demanding low-speed handling characteristics. F-101 Voodoo, 1954. A twin-engine, long-range fighter originally designed for bomber escort and later adapted as an interceptor. It had large internal fuel capacity and strong afterburning thrust for extended range missions. The F-101 filled interceptor and reconnaissance roles in U.S. and Allied service. It required high landing speeds and demanding handling during approach. F-102 Delta Dagger, 1953. A single-seat delta-wing interceptor built to counter high-altitude strategic bombers. It integrated radar, fire control systems, and internal missile bays for guided weapon interception. The aircraft performed continental air defense duties with later use in limited attack roles. Early airframes struggled to meet required supersonic performance until aerodynamic corrections were applied. F-104 Starfighter, 1954. A single-seat, high-speed interceptor with a very thin, short-span wing optimized for maximum velocity. Its powerful engine and minimal drag allowed exceptional climb rate and top speed. The aircraft served as an interceptor and later a fighter-bomber for the U.S. and multiple NATO nations. It had high landing speeds and unforgiving handling that contributed to notable accident rates. F-4 Phantom II, 1958. A twin-engine, two-seat multirole fighter designed for both air superiority and strike missions. It combined strong thrust, heavy payload capacity, and advanced radar for large mission flexibility. The Phantom II operated in interception, strike, reconnaissance, and suppression roles across many theaters. Early versions lacked an internal gun and had high drag and visible engine smoke. MiG-19, 1948. A single-engine, swept-wing jet fighter developed as one of the Soviet Union's early high-performance interceptors. It used a swept wing and centrifugal flow turbojet for strong speed and climb. The aircraft operated mainly in air defense and air superiority missions against bomber formations. It had control issues at high speeds and basic avionics compared with later fighters. MiG-17, 1950. A single-engine, swept-wing fighter derived from the MiG-15 with improved aerodynamics. It featured a more strongly swept wing and refined fuselage for better high-speed handling. The aircraft served in air defense, interception, and ground attack roles across Warsaw Pact and Allied fleets. It lacked modern radar-guided missiles and relied mainly on guns and early infrared weapons. MiG-19, 1953. A twin-engine supersonic fighter designed as one of the first Soviet aircraft capable of Mach 1 level flight. It used MiG-mounted swept wings and afterburning engines for enhanced performance. The aircraft filled interceptor and close support roles in Soviet and Allied operations. It had short range, high fuel burn, and demanding handling at certain speeds. MiG-21, 1955. A lightweight, single-engine delta-wing interceptor designed for high-speed, short-range engagements. Its small airframe and powerful engine enabled Mach 2 performance and rapid climb. The aircraft served widely as an air defense fighter and later as a strike platform. It had limited range, modest payload, and early reliance on simple avionics. MiG-23, 1967. A single-engine fighter with variable geometry wings created to balance takeoff capability and high-speed performance. Its swing-wing construction and powerful engine provided strong acceleration and altitude performance. The aircraft served mainly as an interceptor with some strike-configured variants. It required complex maintenance and showed handling issues at low speeds and high angles of attack. Su-15, 1962. A twin-engine interceptor developed to counter high-altitude intruders over Soviet territory. It employed a highly swept wing, onboard radar, and guided missiles for all-weather interception. The aircraft operated almost exclusively within the Soviet National Air Defense Network. It had limited maneuverability and was optimized for bomber interception rather than close combat. F-5 Freedom Fighter Tiger II, 1959. A small, single-seat supersonic fighter built as a low-cost tactical platform and trainer. It used a simple airframe and compact turbojets to reduce operating complexity. The aircraft served as a frontline fighter, light attack aircraft, and aggressor unit asset for allied nations. It had short range, modest radar capability, and a limited weapons load compared with larger fighters. F-8 Crusader, 1955. A single-seat carrier-based supersonic fighter featuring a high-mounted variable incidence wing. It combined a powerful turbojet with an efficient fuselage for high speed and climb performance. The aircraft performed fleet air defense and air superiority missions from U.S. carriers. It showed demanding carrier handling characteristics and aging avionics as newer designs appeared. F-14 Tomcat, 1970. A twin-engine, two-seat carrier-based fighter with variable geometry wings for long-range air defense. It carried a powerful radar and long-range missiles while retaining strong maneuver capability. The aircraft served as the primary interceptor and air superiority platform for U.S. Navy carrier groups. It required complex maintenance support and imposed a significant logistical burden due to its size and complexity. F-15 Eagle, 1972. A twin-engine, all-weather air superiority fighter designed to defeat advanced opposing aircraft. It used large control surfaces, powerful engines, and advanced radar for strong climb and maneuver performance. The F-15 operated mainly as a dedicated air combat fighter, with later models gaining strike roles. Its limitations were high cost and early focus on air-to-air missions before later sensor and weapons upgrades. F-16 Fighting Falcon, 1974. A single-engine multirole fighter with a blended fuselage and cropped delta wing layout. It introduced fly-by-wire controls and relaxed stability for high agility and responsive handling. The aircraft performed air defense, air superiority, and strike missions across NATO and Allied air forces. Early variants had limited range and short-range engagement emphasis prior to later sensor and weapons upgrades. Soviet Union, later generation. MiG-25 Foxbat, 1964. A twin-engine, high-speed interceptor and reconnaissance aircraft built to counter extreme altitude threats. It used powerful turbojets and a mainly steel airframe to withstand high temperatures at maximum speed. The aircraft intercepted reconnaissance platforms and strategic bombers at long range and high altitude. It had poor close combat maneuverability, high fuel burn, and restricted low-level performance. MiG-29 Fulcrum, 1977. A twin-engine frontline fighter developed as a lightweight counterpart to heavier Soviet air superiority types. It used leading-edge root extensions, strong thrust, and helmet sight integration for high off-bore sight missile use. The aircraft served in short-range air defense and tactical air superiority missions. It had short range and, in many export versions, less advanced avionics compared with Western contemporaries. Su-9, 1957. A single-engine delta-wing interceptor intended for high-speed point defense missions. It used a simple radar and afterburning turbojet to reach high-altitude intercept positions rapidly. The aircraft operated mainly within the Soviet air defense network as a dedicated interceptor. It had short range, limited all-weather capability, and a narrow mission set focused on bomber interception. Su-27 Flanker, 1977. A twin-engine long-range air superiority fighter designed to counter advanced Western aircraft. It used powerful engines, large lifting surfaces, and refined aerodynamics for high agility and endurance. The Su-27 performed frontline air defense and air superiority duties in the final decade of the Cold War. It required extensive maintenance support and imposed a significant logistical burden due to its size and complexity. Gloster Meteor, 1943. A twin-engine, straight-wing jet fighter that became Britain's first operational jet and continued into early Cold War service. It used straight wings and centrifugal flow turbojets that delivered modest early jet performance. The aircraft supported air defense, training, and specialized testing roles. It had relatively low speed and basic avionics compared with newer swept-wing fighters. De Havilland Vampire, 1945. A single-engine jet fighter with a twin-boom tail and compact fuselage layout. It used a centrifugal flow turbojet and partial wooden construction to simplify production. Operators employed it for transition training, air defense, and light attack roles. It had limited range, modest top speed, and rapid obsolescence as swept-wing jets emerged. Hawker Hunter, 1951. A single-seat swept-wing jet fighter designed as a transonic day fighter for the Royal Air Force. It combined a durable airframe, strong turbojet, and good low to mid-altitude handling. The Hunter operated as a fighter, ground attack aircraft, and later as a trainer worldwide. It had remained subsonic in level flight and possessed aging systems relative to later designs. English Electric Lightning, 1959. A twin-engine interceptor with vertically stacked engines optimized for rapid climb and high speed. It used highly swept wings and powerful afterburning engines to reach speeds beyond Mach 2. The aircraft performed short-range point defense interceptions for the United Kingdom. It had very limited range and relied heavily on close base positioning or aerial refueling. France. Dassault Ouragan, 1949. A single-seat, straight-wing jet fighter that became France's first domestically designed post-war jet. It used a simple wing and single turbojet suitable for early tactical missions. The Ouragan operated in ground attack, close support, and limited air defense roles. Its straight-wing layout restricted speed and climb compared with newer swept-wing designs. Dassault Mystère 4, 1952. A single-engine swept-wing fighter-bomber developed as a more advanced successor to earlier French jets. Its swept wing and improved turbojet offered better subsonic speed and handling. Operators used it for fighter-bomber and ground attack missions. It carried basic radar and soon fell behind supersonic-capable aircraft. Dassault Mirage III, 1956. A single-engine delta-wing fighter designed as a high-speed, lightweight interceptor. The delta wing and powerful engine enabled strong climb performance and Mach 2 speeds. The Mirage III performed air defense, interception, and strike missions across many air forces. It had high landing speeds and limited internal fuel capacity. Dassault Mirage F1, 1966. A single-engine swept-wing fighter developed as a more versatile alternative to delta-wing predecessors. It offered improved low-level performance and more advanced avionics. The Mirage F1 fulfilled air defense, interception, and ground attack roles for numerous operators. It had payload and range lower than those of later twin-engine fighters. Other nations. Saab 29, Tunnan, 1948. A Swedish single-seat swept-wing jet fighter with a short, wide fuselage. It used a swept-wing and axial-flow turbojet for performance comparable to early NATO and Warsaw Pact fighters. The Tunnan operated in air defense and later ground attack roles, and saw limited export use. It had short range and systems that rapidly aged as more advanced jets appeared. Saab 35, Draken, 1955. A single-engine fighter featuring a distinctive double delta wing for high-speed interception. The wing design provided strong high-altitude performance while retaining stable low-speed handling. The Draken served mainly as an interceptor and air defense fighter in Swedish and export service. It had demanding flight characteristics at certain angles of attack and basic early avionics. Saab 37, Viggen, 1967. A Swedish single-engine strike and interceptor aircraft with a delta wing and canards. It used advanced aerodynamics and thrust-reversing engine for short takeoff and landing from dispersed road bases. The Viggen supported attack, reconnaissance, and air defense missions. Its complexity and cost limited export potential and required extensive national support infrastructure.